Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy CMB. Now, I haven't talked much about Tyson Fury as of late, guys. We've been hammering the stuff with Deontay Wilder. He's been putting a lot of stuff out there for the fans to see. Him and Malik Scott working out, honing Deontay Wilder's skill set. We've seen a lot coming out of the Wilder camp. And for one, let me say this for myself. I've been highly impressed with the turnaround with Deontay Wilder. That's all I ever wanted for him. Was for him to go back to the drawing board, learn from the mistakes that he made in the last fight, and to plug up the holes in his game. And it looks like that's what he's been doing. And he looks great. He looks absolutely incredible. He did do an interview. He did do, I think it was a press conference he did the other day. He seemed to be in good spirits, and he just seemed to be a new man, in my opinion. I thought it was refreshing to see Wilder in more of an upbeat spirit than we've seen him in as of lately. But like I said, we haven't talked much about Tyson Fury. He's been keeping things on kind of a low profile ever since the stuff happened July 24th, where the fight was supposed to take place July 24th, and he apparently said that he came down with COVID-19, him and some other people in the camp. And a lot of us were looking at that kind of skeptically. We weren't sure about that because we saw Tyson Fury out there kissing babies and taking pictures and doing a lot of different things, and people were kind of looking at him like, does he really want to fight Wilder? Is he trying to get out of the fight? Does he need more time to prepare for the fight? It was all types of speculation. And all we can do is speculate because we don't really know for sure. We can give our opinion, but we don't really know for sure what was taking place with that. But with that being said, it looks like the fight will take place. I think we're about 2 weeks away. And I got this article pulled up here with Tyson Fury. And the title reads, it says, Tyson Fury says he's sending Deontay Wilder into retirement. So the confidence in Tyson Fury is still here, apparently. So I'm going to look at some of this article, go over some of this stuff that he said, and try to catch you guys up to speed on what's going on with Tyson Fury. Because, like I said, he hasn't been as vocal as he normally is leading into this fight. So here it says, I didn't take any extra time to prepare. Why do I need to prepare for a bum like Deontay Wilder anyway, said Fury to Boxing with Chris Mannix. So apparently he's not, he could just be saying this, for gamesmanship, but he's saying he didn't, take any extra time to prepare to fight Deontay Wilder. He says, I could fight him on 3 days notice at effing 400 pounds is still not the P out. Excuse maker, piece of ish. That's what Wilder is. I hate to be Deontay Wilder right now. He's mentally unstable, and when I put that final nail in his coffin, it's retirement. Bye bye B Wilder. He used to be a gladiator. So as you can tell, Tyson Fury has lost all respect for Deontay Wilder. I can say the same thing on Deontay Wilder's end. You guys know Deontay Wilder thinks Tyson Fury cheated him in the second matchup that they had. He thought that Tyson Fury had something in his glove. He also talked about, his water possibly being spiked by ex-trainer Mark Breland. So, the respect factor is gone. We saw how much they respected each other in the first matchup, and it just kind of went out the water after that. But let's see what else Tyson Fury had to say. Let me look down here. Give me a second, guys. Okay, so it says here, this is what Tyson Fury said. So whatever it takes to beat Wilder in 3 weeks' time, the mindset is to destroy him and smash him to pieces even worse than I did the last time. To give him a one-sided beatdown like that, where he wasn't even involved in the fight. He didn't land hardly any punches in the 7th round. He didn't think that was possible. So he has to make an excuse in his own weak mind why that happened, said Fury. Team Wilder is likely going to make sure that Fury gloves are inspected and his hand wraps checked out to make sure there's nothing in there. Okay, so a lot of us know that they're probably going to do that. There's speculation of cheating going on. They're going to check the hand wraps, of course, the gloves, and make sure Tyson Fury's not cheating. As far as Tyson Fury being so confident, I can understand him being so confident the way he dismantled Wilder in the second fight. But I will say this: never underestimate a person who's lost the title and has been totally obsessed with regaining the title, and he's even gone as far to change trainers and learn new things, hone new skills to defeat you. You just don't want to overlook that. A lot of times when somebody loses, they have one or two choices: take their ball and go home, or go back to the drawing board, work harder, and get back to the spot that they were in before. And I think Wilder's learned a valuable lesson in the last fight. He took a lot of stuff for granted. He was so successful with his right hand, we've talked about this before, that he kind of just neglected a lot of other things. And that's human nature. I think that's human nature, because a lot of times if something's working for us, we have this mentality, why fix it if it isn't broken? But that can lead to complacency. And I think that's what happened in Wilder's case. He got complacent, and Tyson Fury capitalized on Wilder's complacency, and he didn't know what to do in the ring, and he was defeated in the ring. Now I think his mindset is a lot different. As you can see from his training, he's a lot sharper. He's probably in the best shape we've ever seen him in his life. I think him having the time off, even when the fight didn't take place in July, to work a little bit more on honing his skills, I think that really worked in his favor. So you can't count Deontay Wilder out in this fight. And at the same time, you can't count out Tyson Fury. He is a masterful boxer, and we don't know if the stuff that Wilder's learning is going to show up in the ring that night. You could work on something so long and then get in the ring and then just revert back to what you normally do. So we're just going to have to wait and see if Wilder can execute the game plan that Malik Scott has laid out for him. But I did say that I had Tyson Fury as the favorite because he won the last fight, the brutal way that he dismantled Wilder in the last fight. But you can't count Wilder out. Just if you've been watching Wilder, if you've been looking at his training footage and the things that he's been doing, you just see him doing a lot of things that you've never seen him do before. So, who wants it more? Who wants it more? This is the WBC heavyweight title on the line, and that's a big thing. And I'm sure both of these guys are watching the fight today with Usyk and Anthony Joshua. Me personally, I got Anthony Joshua as the favorite in this fight. I think Usyk is a terrific boxer, great footwork. The way he moves around the ring, he looks like a fighter in the lighter weight class. And I think it's going to be a tough fight for Anthony Joshua, but I think Anthony Joshua will pull it out. But I think both of these guys are watching this fight because I'm sure, they both want to be undisputed. But they got this big matchup coming up, and, they got to be ready for each other. So we're going to see what happens. Tyson Fury could just be blowing smoke. He could have been training his ass off, getting ready to face Wilder, because he contradicts himself sometimes, because he says Wilder is one of the most dangerous fighters out there, but at the same time he says that Wilder's a B, and he doesn't have to train. He can come in at 400 pounds and knock Wilder out. But it's just gamesmanship probably coming from Tyson Fury. But we're going to see what happens with this fight, guys. You guys let me know about this fight in the comment section, who you have in the fight. Do you think Deontay Wilder can pull this off, or do you think Tyson Fury will be victorious once again, going to face the winner of Usyk versus Anthony Joshua? Let me know in the comment section, guys. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one, and I'm out. Peace.